Okay, so SMCI, if this is what we talked about yesterday, right? So this is yesterday's candle, and I sort of blacked out uh, where this is what the week would have looked like in it. So um, we have a shooter week, right? Like it triggered this. So this is actually an inside bar. So it triggered this inside and rejected. We hit the top of a broadening formation here. If you drew one on the day, you can also see it here on the hour, right? So we get outside, we come right back in. So we're looking for a short because I have a failed 2-up day. It's not a shooter, but it's a failed 2-up day. And I also have what is at the time a shooter on the week, right? So yes, the month is inside, but FTC is all red. And I'm not trying to change the month, right? Monthly open is here. I'm already below it. We've flipped it, right? And so what all I'm really looking for, let me get rid of this. So all I'm looking for is these targets, right? So this is my trigger. Daily trigger. And then I have all of these targets. Boom, boom. It's a perfect PMG, right? So I want all of those targets, and my last target on the PMG is also the weekly trigger, right? So that's what I want to see, and quite frankly, like I want to come down here to the other side of this broadening formation, but the next actual target would be the weekly target, weekly mag, right? Because we have inside week, so we have a 2, 1, 2. This is where we're trying to go on SMCI. So the reason why the inside month was insignificant was because we had this setup, right? We had already hit exhaustion. We'd already triggered the week and rejected, which means we're looking for outside week, right? So outside week, again, is also the last target on our daily until we get to here. So, and because we're trying to just trade for the day and or this week, right? We have the rest of the week to make this happen, and we're already starting like around here. So that gives us what, 3 days to move $3. So that's the goal. The goal is here. The goal is not to make the month go 2 up or 2 down or anything like that. Now, if you're gonna be strict on your rules and only trade and not trade inside months, fair enough. But we only have what, 3 days left in the month. I'm not concerned with this. This is telling me to just be a little more cautious. If this didn't get up and go today, like if it went and then came back and didn't hit its first target, then yeah, I would have more caution because the month is inside. But it just went. Obviously, we had a trend day, which was great, but that's the reason why this was okay, right? So first thing, we hit exhaustion. So we're at exhaustion risk. A. B, we triggered the inside week and didn't go anywhere. We immediately flipped, right? We went down, so we're red, which is giving me more indication of we're going down. You have a multitude of close pivots, right? It's not as though the pivots are drastically far away, right? So usually when you have, that's why PMGs work so well, because they usually take out all those pivots at the same time, right? And then, last pivot is outside week, which is really, I mean, you could be happy with that at this point. And I misspoke, like I said this is weekly mag. I don't think that would be correct. I think outside week would be the target, and this is just another target on the week, and as is this here, right? So I understand the caution around the inside month, but like that's not what we was trying to do. Really, we really just wanted a clean day trade, because the day trade is also the weekly trade, if that makes sense. So I trigger the day here. I go through all the pivots on the daily. That final pivot also gives me the outside week. That's ultimately the ideal target. The rest of this is really for runners. I guess unless you're trading on the 60, there's no reason to get out. Maybe if you're trading on the 15,